Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go.
Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, back from boxing. Now, man, crazy news, man. Heavyweight boxing's on fire, man. Starting New Year hot, man, very hot. Now, within 3 months, man, this whole Adam Kownacki and Dominic Breazele fight will happen, man, on March 7th. It's gonna be a wild fight, man. Dominic Breazele has been an elite level fighter for a very long time now, man. He basically fought all the world champions right now, besides Tyson Fury, right? He's fought Anthony Joshua and was one of the first people to take Joshua to later rounds, or before Klitschko, and he fought Deontay Wilder. That fight didn't last too long, but the fact of the matter is, he was seen as a tough fighter that was durable. That being said, getting a title shot by multiple world champions isn't just given to anyone. You have to earn that right. So Dominic Breazele, man, he's been beating elite level fighters to stay at the highest levels so he can get these title shots in the first place. Now, I remember Dominic Breazele fighting, and the reason why he got the title shot with Deontay Wilder is because he beat Izu Ignua, which was an undefeated fighter at the time, and Dominic Breazele, that was a rough fight for him, but he came back and he ended up knocking him out in that fight, which was a shocking thing because Izu Ignua was really good at the time, right? Same thing with he knocked out Eric Molina after that as well, right? The guy retired in his corner, and then he knocked out another guy. So after the Anthony Joshua fight, he was just going ham on these guys. He was just knocking guys out left and right. He was on a 3 knockout win streak before he fought a Deontay Wilder. So that's a really big deal for Dominic Breazele, and I think that he's slept on. He's really slept on, and I think people need to really respect that. Now, like I was saying earlier, Dominic Breazele was the one of the he was the actually I said earlier, yeah, he actually took Anthony Joshua to later stages of the fight more than any other fighter before he fought Vladimir Klitschko. So he was one of the guys who pushed him to later in the fight before everyone else did. So that really gave people confidence in maybe if I take Anthony Joshua in the deeper in the rounds, maybe I might have a shot, right? Just a game plan, right? But you know Dominic Breazele opponent babyface Adam Kownacki, man, phenomenal fighter, man. Like, I mean, the guy has fought so many elite level fighters, and he just popped on the scene. I remember when the first Polish fighter came on the scene, Artur Szpilka, and he gave Deontay Wilder so much problems. Artur Szpilka was looking great in that fight until he got stopped. A lot of people had him winning on scorecards. And then after Artur Szpilka got stopped in that fight, Artur Szpilka was really looked at as an elite level fighter, and I think he is. It's just that Deontay Wilder really put a dent on him. Those after effects from Deontay Wilder, stay right, is it lasts after the fight. But Kownacki just walked through Artur Szpilka. A lot of people really didn't know who Kownacki was until he knocked out Szpilka, and then after that, man, I mean, he's been on the run. He beat Charles Martin after that, Joe Washington, Chris Ariella. These are big names. You know what I mean? He's had big names back to back to back, right? Those are 4 big names back to back. So I'm really excited to see um, Babyface come and fight Dominic Breazele. This is definitely gonna be a tough fight. We don't know how this fight's gonna go. Uh, Understand this. Like I said earlier, Babyface has some really tough fights, and the fight he fought after Artur Szpilka was this guy named Igo I can't pronounce this guy's last name, but he's the guy who knocked down Efe Ajabe his last fight. Efe Ajabe was laying some bombs on him. He almost had him knocked out, and then this guy dropped Efe Ajabe. So people understand that. You know, there's a lot of times in boxing. I say it all the time. People don't know who these fighters are, but they're elite level fighters. They're really great fighters. He's matched out with tough fighters. So Kownacki is definitely a phenomenal fighter, even though he hasn't fought for a world title yet. But he looked like he's on his way to fight for a world title, man. So let me know how you guys feel about it, though, man. I think this is a really big fight. I think this is a really, I mean, it's going to be under promoted, but I think they're gonna go hard in this one just because it's the heavyweight division. It's gonna be in the Brooklyn. I'm not sure how big the boxing scene is in Poland, but this guy really needs a fight in his home country. He hasn't had one fight there yet. He needs a homecoming fight. I think he's big enough to be built in his country before he starts being built worldwide. Obviously, he's already fighting the top guys in boxing in America, so there's no reason why he shouldn't be a big name in his home country. I think he has all the tools he needs. A lot of times boxers and fans think that you need to look a certain way to be a superstar. This fighter is like Alexander Povetkin, who doesn't have the most defined body. He's big in Russia. Same thing with Adam Kownacki. I think he'd be bigger in Poland if he just fought his home country. I mean, people should get behind him. He's a phenomenal fighter, and I think he's definitely top 5 heavyweight. Easy, because he's fighting so many elite level fighters. But between the two fighters, man, they have both really good resumes. One guy fought 2 times for the heavyweight title, and another guy, Adam Kownacki, is fighting some really tough fighters who are slept on, and he's been fighting big names back to back to back. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though, man. March 7th, man, it's gonna be hype. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire, Geoboxing Empire. Peace.